It's 1:30. Ukraine's President Zelensky says more than 200,000 Ukrainian children have been forcibly deported to Russia and its occupied territory since the start of the war, a report Russia has denied. NBC News foreign correspondent Molly Hunter speaks to one mother about her daring trip to Russia to rescue her son.
In a video posted by pro-Russian media, Ukrainian mother Oksana Stitsenko is seen getting off the train in southwestern Russia. The Russian reporter narrates Oksana's son Nikita was taken from the Ukrainian village of Kupiansk to a safe place by the Russian military, he says. Now he's being handed back to his mother. But what the reporter doesn't say is 12-year-old Nikita was kept for 8 months at a school in Russian-occupied Luhansk without his mother's knowledge. Oksana says she had no idea if her son was alive. They took our children, she told us just days after that reunion. They have no right to keep them there. The official Russian narrative depicts the Russian state as savior. We take children out of the conflict zone, saving their lives, President Putin said last week. And the face of the Russian operation is Commissioner for Child Rights, Maria Lvova-Belova. Back in March, the International Criminal Court accused both Lvova-Belova and Putin of alleged war crimes, of the unlawful deportation and transfer of Ukrainian children. President Zelensky says more than 200,000 Ukrainian kids have been deported to Russia and Russian-occupied territory. The Ukrainian government says at least 370 have been brought back, including Nikita. The NGO Save Ukraine, headed by Mykola Kuleba, organized Oksana's daring trip, 3,000 miles all the way into Russia to bring home her son.
They are not giving them back. We're taking them back.
Since the ICC arrest warrant, Kuleba says Russia is making it harder.
Russians understand now that each case is valued for ICC, for Ukrainian, for future court.
Each case could be evidence.
Each case, it's evidence of war crime.
On September 8th, Nikita says Russian troops took him and 12 classmates from their boarding school outside of Kharkiv, just 2 days before Ukrainian troops liberated the area. They were sent to the Paraval Special Correctional School in Russian-occupied Luhansk. NBC News found this picture of Nikita on the school's website. He says they sang the Russian national anthem, his classmates in uniforms with Russian Zs.
They're Ukrainian kids.
No, he says.
These kids aren't Ukrainian anymore?
He says they're not Ukrainian anymore because they were grabbed. Ukrainian officials describing what they say is Putin's plan to erase Ukrainian identity.
You never were the Ukrainians, because Ukrainian nation never exists like a nation. You all time were Russians.
Were you scared to go into Russia?
Oksana says it was terrifying going into Russia. I was shaking at every border crossing. But it wasn't even a question, she says. Unless you're a mother, you can't understand. In a statement to NBC News, Lvova-Belova says Russia has always helped and continues to help families be united. But Oksana is clear. No Russian official, no one from the Paraval school ever got in touch. I cried at night, she says. The pillow was covered in tears. I had no idea how to get him back.
NBC's Molly Hunter with that exclusive report.